This is my first raw hunt for 2015. Got into some Canterbury country. It's late March and we're just going to fly camp along the tops and for a few nights, 3 or 4 nights, and hopefully the weather holds for us and we better get onto a few deer. Pretty keen to check out quite a few different gullies on this trip. The more country we cover, the more different stags we'll see, and hopefully we'll find a good one eventually. Yeah, it seems you've got to look over a lot of stags before you find one. Hopefully we get lucky. So we climbed up and over the top ridge there this morning, and then we dumped our packs up the top and we heard a stag roaring down in the gully here. So we left the packs behind, dropped down the gully, and we saw the stag just over here. Unfortunately he wasn't big enough to shoot. He's quite a young stag, so we just watched him for a while and let him continue on. We'll go look for another one. We found a flat area on a spur and set up a fly camp. With good hunting in all directions, this was an idyllic setting for a raw camp. We set off for an evening walk over into another gully head to see if there were any deer poking about. It didn't take long to spot a couple of hinds, and then a stag bedded down beside his wallows. We heard a roar up above us and found this fella, who was putting in a lot of work chatting up a hind.
pretty certain I filmed the same stag the previous year, and I don't reckon he's got much bigger. It was starting to get dark, so we raced back down to camp. The next morning was a bit damp, but that wasn't holding us back. I teamed up with young Jonny Wigley, and we dropped down through the beech forest and climbed out into some fresh country.
Well, it pissed down with rain last night, and it's a bit westerly today, and the wind's pretty shit. We've just ducked down over the ridge and having a wee spot around, see if we can find any more deer this morning. We climbed up here in the dark and seen a couple of deer already. Hopefully we'll get the stags roaring, but it was pretty wet last night, so they might shut them up. Don't know. We'll keep trying though. Johnny's just spotted a stag just down here, or way down on the other side of the valley. So we might just sneak over the ridge a wee bit and try and get a closer look at him. He was roaring, so it's a good sign. Trouble is the wind's really cracked to try and approach him from here, so we'll just go and see if we can get a look and see if his antlers are any good.
This stag didn't look like what we were after, so we sat back and glassed around for something else. It was time to try a new gully, so we decided to climb high and make the most of the view. The cloud rolled in and we were left parked up for a couple of hours. We got bored sitting in the clouds, so dropped down a bit lower to get underneath it. It looked like there were no mature stags here, so off we went again to find greener pastures for an evening hunt.
It's a beaut evening. We're just sitting above a wallow, hoping the stag might pop out. We've seen a few deer so far, just mooching about, but nothing significant yet. Johnny over there is going to find something real whopping for us. He's a bit of a deer spotter from way back. Hopefully we'll get some more roaring action tonight. It's a nice evening, so here's hoping.
We heard a good roar down below us, and it didn't take long to pick up some antlers. This fella was worth a closer look. The hind popped out and threatened to give us away. We now had to stay dead still and hope that the stag would walk out into the same spot. There was no way of taking a shot, and we couldn't move forward until he made a move. The first shot had gone low, but Jonny got a quick second round into him, and it looked like he was down. A very nice 15-point stag for Jonny Wigley, and well deserved after a massive day on the hill. We headed back to camp in the last of the evening light. After a good sleep, we broke camp well before daybreak and packed up all our gear with the decision made to hunt our way back out over the day. We climbed out to the main ridge in the dark, dumped our packs, and then climbed up into a new area. We climbed out to the main ridge in the dark, dumped our packs, and then climbed up into a new area.
I've just seen a stag just down here. He gave a couple of roars, so we're going to go and close the gap and see if we can have a closer look at him. Might be alright.
These little guys took us by surprise, popping out only 15 metres away.
Just spooked a mob of chamois. We're heading towards the stag. Hopefully they don't spook the stag. We'll just let them drop down below us. Hopefully they'll get out of the way and not upset things too much.
We moved down to where the stag had gone. We could hear a few branches breaking, but it was pretty hard to figure out exactly where he was. We had to be very patient and wait to get a good look at him. Impressive brow and tray tines, but missing his base.
Well, that was a bit of fun. Despite the chamois nearly spooking him, he stayed put and came around below us. We managed to sneak in and close the gap to about 80 metres, and we just sat there and played with him for a bit and watched him roar, and it was good times. But he wasn't big enough to shoot, so we let him go. And now we'll move on and have a bit of lunch, and well, lunch, it's 10 o'clock lunch.
The heat of the day set in and a strong wind picked up, so we decided to call it quits and climb back out to our packs. Then it was back down the big spur towards the car. We would meet up with the other boys and then head for home after a pretty neat fly camping adventure and some close encounters with roaring red stags.